How's it going, fellow fantasy football owners? I'm Sid The Brain. Got a special guest for you guys today, Sid, aka the Fantasy Football Nostradamus. How you doing, Sid?
How's it going, Sid?
Week 10's coming up, man, and there's a lot of big matchups, a lot of exciting games to watch. Tell the viewers a couple games you're really looking forward to seeing.
All right, first game we got is New England versus Colts. You got Brady versus Manning. I do not like the Colts in this game. They got a banged-up secondary. They may have lost Austin Collie for this game, so expect big things out of Randy Moss and Wes Welker. Second game is Bengals versus Steelers. You got two teams coming off two great wins this past week. I see the Steelers pulling this one off. They got the running game going. Passing game is looking good. Defense is always great. Special teams is wonderful, so see that.
Those are going to be two big games right there, fun to watch. I got a couple games myself I'm looking forward to seeing. Some matches that may not be talked about as much as yours, but the Falcons versus the Panthers. Look forward to watching that. I think it's going to be a really high-scoring game. If you got anybody from the Falcons or the Panthers that get you a lot of fantasy points, you might want to consider starting them that week. Another game, Chiefs versus Raiders. It's two terrible teams, I know. But you got to look at these players to start. You got to look at Zach Miller. You got to look at Jamal Charles. What do you think about Jamal Charles? Larry Johnson's gone. Is this guy a great pickup or a good starter for Week 10?
Yeah, if you guys already haven't picked this guy up, pick him up. He's going to do real good this week. 120 yards and a touchdown. So go out and get him.
I got a good feeling if he wasn't picked up Week 9 on waivers, he's probably going to get picked up Week 10. So you might want to rush to get this guy. He's going to be big, and Larry Johnson wasn't doing it. He's not the man anymore. Jamal Charles might be. Sid came up with a section on the website. We're going to start doing it. It's called Ride the Bench. We kick it off on the video. Sid's going to give you top 3 players to sit for Week 10.
First guy, you guys got to sit is Kyle Orton, facing the number 1 pass defense in the Washington Redskins. Coming off an ugly game, Redskins going to do the same thing, cause a lot of turnovers. Second guy, Steven Jackson. Guess he got a lot of yards, but New Orleans is going to key on this. They're going to stop the run, force Mark Bulger to beat him.
A lot of people's telling me, though, Steven Jackson's going to get the ball 20, 30 times. Isn't he going to do good, even though Saints have a good deal?
No, he's not going to do it. He's going to get his 30 carries, but the Saints will not let this guy beat him.
They're not going to focus on him, though. Yeah, I see that.
That's the main point. Third guy, don't like for the week, is Forte. Yeah, he's playing the Niners. Yeah, the Niners gave up over 100 yards, over 150 yards to Chris Johnson, but that's not going to happen. They've only given up one 100-yard rusher. Look for Forte to have 70 yards, no touchdowns.
And Matt Forte is not Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson's a better runner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
3 people on my list. Number 1 person to bench, Malcolm Floyd on the Chargers. Last game, he only had 29 yards, 2 receptions. I mean, this guy's a little bit of potential, but not enough to make it on my starting roster. Second guy to bench, Carson Palmer. I really like this quarterback. I think he's having a good year, but he's going to face the Steelers. Polamalu's back. Really tough matchup. We talked about that before. Third guy to bench. He had a few big games, but they're against terrible teams. Julius Jones. I mean, I wouldn't start him against the Cardinals. What about you, Sid?
Nah, I wouldn't start him either. The Cardinals are still in the top 10 in rush defense, and they're not going to let Julius Jones get off. They're not going to let anybody off. Seahawks get off, so if you got anybody of those guys, bench them.
I got Julius Jones on my team as my 5th running back, but I'm going to admit he's only a bye-week starter. He's only a starter against terrible teams. He's definitely not a must-start. He barely makes it on someone's roster. Got a couple questions for you, Sid. Some people got their questions for Week 10 on time. I want you to answer them on the show. First question we got is from Gabriel. Sid, do you start Kevin Smith or Jonathan Stewart Week 10?
I start Jonathan Stewart. You got him going up against Atlanta. They're going to allow a lot of rushing yards to Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo. Kevin Smith going against Minnesota, not looking good for him. So, bench him.
Second question from Albert. Sid, after Chris Chambers has such a big game, is he worth picking up now?
No. Chris Chambers does this every year. He has one big game. Everybody jumps on the bandwagon, pick him up. He doesn't do anything the rest of the year. Same thing's going to happen this year, guys. Trust me. He's not going to do anything. You're wasting a spot with him, so don't even bother.
Yeah, Chris Chambers had one big game on the Chiefs. Just doesn't sound that great to me. Not good enough for me to pick up. Anyway, that's all the time we have. I'm Hussein the Brain signing out.
Sid,
Peace.
see you later.